Hey everybody, DJ Lou here. Just some thoughts I've had for what we've been through in 2020 and what we have to look forward to in 2021. Alright everybody, before we start the video, please navigate down, hit that subscribe button, make sure you ding that notification bell as well. Also make sure to like the video, and please, if you want to support the channel, head over to my Patreon page and subscribe. So as I sit here refilming this a few times because I've been trying to readjust some lights here in my new studio. A couple months ago I did decide to move all my stuff down into my basement because of COVID and trying to adjust my original studio to accommodate my kids and for virtual learning. And this is just some of the things that we've had to deal with 2020, not just of course all the my DJ related stuff, but how everything else has been impacted as a whole. At the beginning of the year I filmed a video of some of these big plans I had for 2020. I was going to build a rolling rig, had some other new builds. I was thinking about a couple adjustments here and there, and was really set for a banner 2020 year. And of course, COVID happened. And I remember filming a video, it was probably about a month or so after into it. It was actually when the NBA was reporting they were going to shut down. It was, of course, unprecedented in our time. And I remember back then I was like, look at your calendars and take a third right off the bat. I had hoped that, things might subside for summertime, and, things, while it wouldn't be normal, things might get back to a more acceptable level. It just so happened that my first event that I had after cancellations, a couple of those, and a lot of moves over to 2021, this is what, I had to face. A wedding in August, a wedding in September, a wedding in October, and a wedding in November. All with different types of venues, everything from a smaller, more outdoorsy type of flavor, which I actually did a story time on that. That was the one where everything from the power going out from a storm and the generator dying and having to run on battery power. I'll throw a link below on that video. That one was a doozy, but it was still a great event. And I was really grateful how awesome that couple was. The rest of my events definitely went smoother from a technical regard, but of course, trying to be safe, trying to, work with the venues to apply as much, between distancing and how we're going to work all those elements out. So it became a really interesting year for the whole 4 events that I had. I'm lucky because I know some DJs didn't have any events. And of course, there was definitely some DJs that had more, especially the ones with, being able to manage more events under their umbrella. But, this is just what the cards dealt for me in 2020. And, while it was basically about 90% off where I was the year before, I was definitely grateful of what I had. I didn't make too many investments over the year. I did actually get this Reloop Elite mixer I have over here on the side. I did that from some of the testing that I did. I was really happy with what it did. Although I would still love to test the Pioneer S9 Mark II and the Rane 70. But it's actually been a really good mixer. Especially for doing my radio stations, I can actually do mic routing out of it. So it's actually a nice little benefit having that. But other than that, it's been a slow year, as a DJ. I haven't put out nearly as many videos as I would like. I was expecting a whole new series of gig logs. I was actually going to buy a new Sony a6600 camera, do even more, hopefully more glamorous shots out of my gig logs. But unfortunately, with the so few events happening, plus with COVID and, all the safety and all that, I didn't even bother trying to film my events this year. Hopefully for 2021, if vaccines do pan out, if distribution pans out, hopefully we'll be able to have most, if not all, the events scheduled for 2021. So that leads us with what is going to be coming for 2021 now. Nobody has a crystal ball. Matter of fact, I was just literally watching a video on this from Brian Red of what his thoughts were, and actually we're kind of in alignment. I think we might be some of the first things to kind of come back, at least in the industry as a whole. There's whole parts of the industry that got so impacted. There's going to be some ramp back up to get to where we were, pre-COVID. this could take actually a couple years. Our events could be smaller. To be honest, most of my events flux from between 50 to about 175. My sweet spot was like about 125, 130. And, you know, depending on what the venue situation looks like this year, still might have to have 50 cap here in New York. That might change in other areas. I do believe I have a Connecticut next year. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I might have a Pennsylvania as well. So, of course, you know, trying to figure out the whole regionality and how states are, you know, being affected in certain ways. Hopefully, with everybody being hopefully smart, they're safe. You know, if we can get past, you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas, especially with hopefully the vaccines that are, you know, looking for EPA approval, if those get out there and a good distribution system is made for it, you know, this could be, you know, I don't want to say quick, but it could be a fairly rapid response to get us all, you know, inoculated and hopefully everybody back kind of on the path of where, you know, we would all like to be. So for my 2021, I do still hope to build my rolling cart, although I have to keep an eye on finances. Things definitely got very tight. You know, even though my DJ money is technically a supplemental income, I am an IT director by trade. I am, of course, also building my software queue for the industry, and hopefully that will be actually released in alpha form in the next week or two from this being filmed. You know, it's been a tight year, so I have to think of all the investments that I can make and how that kind of applies to what my day-to-day operations would be in 2021. If everything's looking bright and the money's looking good, hopefully I can at least execute on that. I would still love to have a dedicated van as well. I know my van is starting to definitely get up there in mileage, and things are kind of clunking around a little bit more. We'll see how much more life I get out of it. But those could be two investments originally slated for 2020, hopefully now for 2021. And now with the holidays here, I definitely want to wish everybody a very safe and thankful holiday. You know, this is being filmed the day before Thanksgiving. And Ben Stowe actually just put out a video of just today, you know, how hard it is to be a little thankful right now, but then to put things in perspective, we really have so much that a lot of people in this world simply do not have, like running water, like, you know, just common access for food, you know, employment. You know, so there's a lot of things to be thankful for. I'm definitely thankful for my health and, you know, everything I was able to do this year. You know, hopefully we'll see everybody again. You know, if we do have expos next year and all, would love to see everybody again in 2021, hopefully Atlantic City, and hopefully trying to make some other trips as well, you know, if money and COVID and all that, if all that kind of coincides. But we'll see how all that goes. But I truly want to wish everybody a very safe holiday. You know, keep safe, everybody out there. Just be there so we can all be together here in 2021 and beyond, and hopefully to see a big uprising in our industry again. Well, there's a video, and I truly hope you liked it. And if so, make sure you hit that thumbs up to help the algorithm. Make sure you hit subscribe below as well. Head over to my Patreon page if you can support the channel. It would be really awesome. And actually, if you like videos like this and want to see more, check out everything below. Again, stay safe, everybody. See you soon.